All right, I did it. I'm the champ. So I went down to Florida and I had 5 matches scheduled for the World Championship. I was feeling pretty good. Everything was just right. The training was tight. Me and the coach been working on some tightening everything up, all the little flaws and errors and techniques. Everything was getting real good. I woke up and in my hotel room down there, flew in the day before. Woke up, ate a big ribeye steak and some bacon. I bought a toaster oven at Walmart so I could cook in my hotel room. I ate a big ribeye steak, like about a pound or so. Ribeye steak, couple slices of bacon, and I went to the tournament. I still weighed like 202 even after eating, and that was exactly what I've been saying I need to weigh for the tournament. This whole time I've been training, so everything was real good, real on point, felt great. Everything was just lined up for me. So I've been partying a little bit after the tournament, and it's Christmas, so I'm going to do a little bit more today. And then I'm going to start getting back in shape and everything. I gained a couple pounds, almost 10. But, you know, I won the World Championship. So my first match came up, and this guy I didn't know who he was. I tried to look into him a little bit, couldn't find a whole lot as far as like competition from the guy. So that's typically a good thing if you can't find a ton of competition on him, like on the internet. I grabbed a hold of him, pulled him down in the guard. He tried to knee me in the balls as soon as I pulled him down. And I didn't mind that too much though, because I didn't feel any of it really. I was kind of focused on the task at hand. So I pulled him in the guard, played around there a little bit, threw a triangle on him, and then he rolled over to his back. I finished him from a mounted triangle Kimura. I don't know, I guess I shouldn't really get into all the matches, but what I really want to say, I was standing in the bullpen waiting for, after I won like 2 or 3 or something, I was sitting in the bullpen, and this big guy, like much larger than me, significantly larger than me, comes walking up to me. He's like a black belt. He's bigger than me. And he just starts grabbing a hold of my collar and starts like shaking my collar, jerking me around a little bit. And I'm looking at him like, what's up, man? And he's like, oh, I just need to loosen up my fingers. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, be my guest. So he jerked my collar around a little bit, was grabbing a hold. And then I asked him, I was just like, how much do you weigh, man? He was like, oh, I'm 270. Now me, right now, I'm under 210. So imagine somebody 60 pounds bigger than me, that's an inch or two taller and a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And he walked up to me and just started like jerking on my collar. And he said he wanted to loosen up his fingers. So I obliged his request. Doing my thing right now. Nah, you're still in. So another guy, while I was in the bullpen, I recognized from years and years ago when I first started jiu-jitsu back in California. We called the guy Muscle Mike. And I'm just waiting for my finals match. So I walk up to Muscle Mike. I'm like, "Are you Muscle Mike from Brazilian top team in Long Beach?" And he's like, "Oh shit, I haven't heard that name in a long time." Which was about the coolest line, because he's like a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. We're at the World Championship, waiting for my finals match. And then he's like, "Oh, I haven't heard that name in a long time." Because I guess he owns his own gym now. And, you know, people don't call him Muscle Mike in his gym. But I was standing there thinking, like, okay, so I'm a ninja now, right? Like, you're in the finals of a World Championship Jiu-Jitsu match. This guy just busts out an 80s action hero line. Well, I haven't heard that name in a long time. So I was like, okay, guess I'm a fucking ninja now. And so I won my first one. My second match was a guy that I already beat back in October. And he didn't even show up. I don't know if he forfeited or shit, I don't know. But whatever. He didn't come in. So I got a bye from there. And then my next match was this guy. Tall, tattooed up guy. I don't know. I had a game plan for him. It worked out pretty good. The next guy, I was in the semifinals. I tapped him out in like 55 seconds in the semifinals. And, you know, even though I beat him, he got third place for making it that far, you know? But I tapped him out in 55 seconds. And he was just like, "Damn, bro, that was embarrassing." He was like, "That was an embarrassing way to lose." So he actually just left the tournament. Like, he didn't come for the podium or anything. He just left. You know, I don't know. I guess that's just how he felt. And then the finals match was real tough. The guy was some kind of college wrestler and a doctor and super jacked and stuff. And it's like, well, but I'm pretty fucking, I mean, I'm a little bit fluffy right now from all the celebrating, but I'm in pretty damn good shape too. So basically the finals match was between a doctor and a personal trainer. So that was tough, but I pulled it out, and you know, in the end, it was a tight battle, and I ended up on top. Man, and then went out to eat some burgers with my coach and his buddy from Florida, and then went out for some drinks in Florida because the bars were all open and stuff. Arm wrestled some guy and like all of his sons or something. Okay, push-ups. 97. I'll take 97. That's okay. So I started drinking in Florida. Woke up at like 10 the next morning. Had a half a bottle of whiskey. Got to the airport by like 10 a.m. Sat outside the Mexican airport terminal, smoking cigarettes and drinking whiskey until the whiskey was all gone. And then, let's see. I went into the airport bar because I hate flying. And I don't have anything going on at that point. So I just was drinking. So I drank my whiskey, went to the bar, met some Air Force guys, told them I'm the world champ. They bought me some beers, quesadilla and shit. Got on the plane pretty drunk. Slept most of the way there. And then got back to Pennsylvania. My best friend just flew to Pennsylvania from Florida. So met up with him at like 9 o'clock and we drank the rest of the night. It was a pretty good time. And then I got right back to training. By Monday morning, I missed the lift at Monday morning because I was still kind of drunk. But I made it to jiu-jitsu. I got back to doing these workouts and training and stuff. Started lifting, made up for the Monday lift I missed on Tuesday. So I'm back on lifting, back on training. Now it's Friday. Is it Friday? Yeah, it's Friday. And I have, I got my lifting, my jiu-jitsu, everything in now. And I gotta go to Christmas after this, so that's gonna be great. My kids got a Nintendo Switch. I'm gonna be playing some of that, drinking some more beer, eating a bunch of cookies. Hopefully there's gonna be a ham, maybe some mashed potatoes. I'll be happy. And then Mara's coming over, we're gonna do some more drinking. We might try and find some of these secret bars that are open. Go out, because he's going back to Florida. So we might try and find like a secret bar in the valley where we grew up that's open. And see if like anybody from high school's having some drinks and shit. Might wear my medal out. But then I'm bringing it back and I'm gonna give it to the gym. The coach said he's gonna hang it on the wall in like a little case and stuff. And I think about like a lot of the gyms I've visited, they always talk about, they're like, this guy, our guy, the guy over there, or whatever. This is our guy, he's the world champ. So to have a world championship medal hanging on the gym is like, it's a big deal, because I always thought very highly of it when I went to gyms. And now I'm the fucking guy. I'm just getting started. I mean, let's be clear, it's the Blue Belt World Championship. So it's a big fucking deal, but there's a lot more to do. I haven't been able to stop thinking about what's next with the super fights and the higher belts and maybe some more MMA. Maybe some more MMA. I don't know. I don't love striking. I don't love boxing or kickboxing. I can do it. I can do some of the things kind of well. I trained it for a couple years, but I don't enjoy it like I enjoy jiu-jitsu. Like jiu-jitsu, I can do with my eyes closed, you know, half drunk, whatever. Like, it just makes sense to me. It's intuitive. I think about jiu-jitsu like driving a car. Like you can feel when your car is about to like, you should have a sense of your car when you're driving, like how fast you can go around corners and shit, or in the rain, or, you know, if you're going over a big hill, if it's gonna pop up off the ground a little bit, you get a sense of that. I have that sense with jiu-jitsu, but I do not have that sense with kickboxing. And not having that sense gets you fucking hurt. Not too many broken bones and stuff, I guess. Although I did break a bone kickboxing. I went to kick a guy and he checked my kick. He broke one of my toes, snapped it. It was all fucked up, but there was nothing they could really do about it. But a broken toe doesn't really fucking matter. Like, I didn't even miss a practice. So I don't know what's. I was invited to do a super fight for Top Cancer Out. Then they canceled it because of the corona. The Rona got my fucking fight canceled. And that would have been cool. It would have been a good experience. But I mean, it was just for charity, so I mean, it would have been nice to do. It would have been good to, give to some charity or whatever. But like, I'm looking for like to really do a career, out of this thing, or maybe something. Like, I want to progress this. This is my industry, fitness and MMA and stuff. This is what I do. So charity's nice and all, but like, I need to find something. So I'm gonna do Christmas today after this. Have a good time. Who knows what could happen. Tonight, we might meet up with Mar. It'll be fun. Him and my stepdad get along pretty good. Like, oh, we'll all have a good time. And then Saturday will be a day of recovery. Sunday will also be a day of recovery. I don't know, maybe I'll make it into the gym. So I'm gonna get back on track, though, Sunday or Monday, I'll be back on track. But then next Saturday we're having a big party, like a 10-year anniversary of the gym, promotion. Coach is giving out his first black belts. Took some guys are getting promoted. It's gonna be a real nice time. Probably gonna have a couple drinks at that. But then after that, man, no more. Like, it's gonna be 100% focus on training. 100%. What's next? What do I need to do? What's the next goal? What are my sights set on? Focus. I'm excited. Like, it's gonna. Things are going really well right now. But I guess, meanwhile, in the fucking real world or whatever, the country's like on the brink of fucking civil war or some crazy shit. I don't know. I know that everybody on every side is all very upset. And I try and steer clear. Just going about my life. I believe the coronavirus is real, and I don't think I know everything about it, but I'm here to live. I'm going about my life. And if I stop living, well, at least I lived until I died. I don't know. What are you gonna do? I don't really need to justify my opinions or beliefs or decisions for anybody, because I live in America. And I don't need to justify my opinions or beliefs or decisions for anybody. Now, if I lived in fucking Italy or some shit in Japan or something, I guess I would have an obligation to justify what I believe. or something. That's not the case, which is great. But that's what people fought for. That's like why we have our country, is because you're free to try it your fucking way, man. Like, go about it. Live, like, nobody knows, like, you know, exactly what's going on with, like, the afterlife and religion and all that shit. So you're free to just figure it out for yourself and try it how you think is best. You guys want to finish this out?
My mom made French toast casserole.
Huh?
My mom made French toast casserole, so I gotta go get it.
Do you do these after open mats?
I do these every day.
Okay. Are you here on Sunday?
Unless I'm too hungover. I mean, this particular Sunday.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, if you come in and you stay after, maybe I'll join in with you.
All right.
I need to do some more stuff like that.
I'm doing like this YouTube thing right now.
Yeah, I saw some of your videos on your Facebook.
Yeah, I'm catching everybody up about the some fun stuff happened in the bullpen, and I'm a ninja now.
Okay. Sounds fun.
But like this one guy in the bullpen, who I knew from like 8 years ago in California when I first started, I was like, "Is that you, Muscle Mike?" And he's like a black belt, owns his own gym, and he was surrounded by a bunch of his own students, and he was competing. And he's like, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Like an 80s action movie, you know?
Oh, God.
And I was like, yep, I'm a fucking ninja now.
That's so funny.
Like somebody just used that line on me at a jiu-jitsu world championship.
You'd be set for life. That's funny. Congrats on that, by the way.
Thank you.
I think I commented, but I don't remember.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Every comment counts.
Yeah, right.
Alright, see you later, Justin.
Later, man.
Have a good Christmas, whatever you're doing today.
Yes, Christmas. I was trying to explain to my daughter that it's like there's this other thing called Saturnalia, and it's kind of like backwards day. Do you know anything about Saturnalia?
No.
Well, for some reason she asked me, is that like everything's backwards or something? And I was like, well, if anything is backwards day, it's Saturnalia, because it's like the ancient like Roman or Greek holiday or something, where after the solstice, something with the way that the stars were lined up in the sky and the length of the day, they realized that like the night was longer than the day, or the day overtook the night or something. And they were like, so everything was upside down, so like the people would like give gifts to their slaves, and everything was like a party for like 3 days, and like everything was upside down and backwards for like 3 days. And when my daughter was like, oh, it's backwards day, I was like, yeah, kinda. Yeah, it's kind of backwards day.
You have a key?
No, I don't. Can you make sure you lock everything?
Yeah, I'll lock the back. Are you going out the back?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll lock the back and then I'll come around and get the front.
Okay.
All right?
Thanks.
See ya. Have a good Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, guys.
I know, I put it over here. So
So yeah, it's like not SWAT shit. 77. Shit, that's why I got in push-ups too. So yeah, politically, man, like, I just wish everything would just go back to normal, or just, I mean, we're supposed to be free to do what we want to do. Like, I don't want to tell anybody what not to do. Do whatever you want, enjoy yourself. Do what you think is best. Just like afford me the same respect. That's all. I don't know why that became, I know why that became so complicated. Because Trump, man, is like so extreme. Like, whether you like him or not, he's very extreme. And there's like the pendulum or whatever. So when Trump became president, people got so like excited about it, like riled up, that now people are like demanding everybody take sides. And, like, just let the people live. Just let people live the way they want to live. Like, I've always thought, if you wanna be a big fat guy, or do drugs all day, or play video games all day, or live in a forest, or be an astronaut, or a doctor, or a deep sea expeditioner, MMA fighter, like, do whatever you want to do, whatever you think is best. If you want to be a Satanist, a Muslim, a Christian, a Jew, you don't want to believe in anything, you want to somehow believe in everything, fuck it. Do whatever you want. That's the American way, man. Let people do like whatever they want to do. Like, don't fucking attack people with machetes or whatever. Don't do that. But other than that, man, live how you want to live. Because I think the principle, like the real base, simplistic, most basic principle of like America is like, I don't know. I have like an idea of like what I think is right, but I know that I'm not right. I know that I don't know. So I'm not going to try and tell you, because like you have your own reasons for believing whatever you believe. And it's like beautiful to let people come to their own, live their lives how they want to live them. Like, it makes me have like this vision of the universe as like a giant, like a painting, and all of our lives are like brushstrokes on the painting. And I guess you could think of that as like figurative or whatever, but I mean it like literally too. Like, if you think of time as like a dimension, just like length, width, height, or whatever, whatever the fucking technical way to explain those things. If you think of it as like truly just another dimension the same way, whereas it like all exists at once, but like if you have like a straight line, like if there's just a fucking straight line, like look at a straight line, there's different points on the line. Like there's this point, and there's this point, and there's this point, and they're all like different points on the same line. Well, like time is like the same thing. Time's like a fucking line, timeline. There's like this point, this point, this point. They're all different points on the same thing. So from like an outside perspective, like outside of our universe, like, don't look at time as like this thing that you're experiencing any more than this room that I'm in right now. Look at it, just give it the same frame of reference as like all the other dimensions. And when you do that, when you look at everything as like separate moments, but like if you take a step back from it, you can see like the big picture. Time is like a big picture thing, I think. I mean, it's an idea, it's something to play with. But like, take a step back, time is a big picture thing. So the universe is like a big picture, like, look at the big picture. The whole universe is a big picture. And if that's, the case, like every one of our lives are like these brushstrokes. And some of them are soft and smooth, and, some of them are sharp and go up and down, left and right. Some of them are scribbles that never figure out which way they're going. And it takes all of them. It takes like all of these different ways of living, all these different brushstrokes to like make the big picture. And like, honestly, if anything, God is like Da Vinci, like the artist, like the painter, the You know, I shouldn't have said Da Vinci, but like, just like God is the artist in our lives, or his paint, his brush strokes. And it's like a big picture. And I'm not going to tell you, like, what, you know, I guess somebody's job is, somebody, one of the people, like, I'm the kind of guy that's not going to tell people, like, what they need to be doing. But somebody else might be the kind of person that thinks that they ought to be telling people what they ought to be doing. But the nature of our country, of America, is like, this is a place for creativity. That's why we have like the best economy and stuff. It's the place for people to express themselves and do it their way and take a shot and try it different and stuff. And that's beautiful, man. Like, I love that. But I feel like that's under fucking threat right now. With all the stuff that's going on. And I don't like it. But, I mean, I just flew to fucking Florida. I won a world championship jiu-jitsu tournament. And I got drunk. And, you know, I'm living my life. So, you know, there's some restrictions and stuff going on, but I'm not being as restricted as I could be, but I'm being more restricted than I'd like to be. But, you know, we'll get through it. Oh, that fucking hurts. That really hurts. It's like being hit in the gut with a hammer. Okay, mountain climbers. "30 seconds. Come on, motherfucker. Let's go." Ah.